Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. These are some photos from Boston that I'm working with today. In particular, this features the courtyard of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. That's a mouthful, so from now on I'll just say Gardner Museum if I mention it because it's a long name. But the courtyard was one of the best things about this place, and I wanted to feature that for sure. So I have a 6x12 layout happening here. Pockets on this side, it'll be a full page on this side. And most of them are the actual courtyard, but I love this photo. This is me and one of my two friends that went with me. Our other friend took this from behind as we were looking through this arch, and I love it. So I want to make sure that gets in there. Everything else is kind of nature, plants growing in the courtyard, which is fine. And I love that there's some purple in here. Purple's my favorite color, and you don't get to scrap it that often, or I've found that I don't. So I want to try to work that in somehow, maybe a purple background here, since I don't have anything picked out yet. And then I have no idea what cards I'm going to do here or any type of embellishments. I have lots of flower embellishments, but I don't want to add too much of that because there's already so much of the garden flower theme happening. So I think I want to keep most of it pretty generic, but we'll see what happens. I know I said that I wasn't going to do or try not to do like a whole lot of flowery backgrounds, but then I remembered that I have this. I bought this quite a while ago. I think it came out maybe 2 years ago. And I have cut most of my papers down to 6x12 because I'm either doing 6x8, 6x12, 3x8, whatever sizes. So this works very well to store my paper. So I've already cut down the whole collection, and I actually bought 2 of these because I liked it so much. And the colors are perfect for this. It's got lots of purple and green in it. And then it also comes with stickers that match, so I might be able to use some of those. But I mean, look at this gorgeous paper. I could totally use that in the background. This is probably a little too busy. This, maybe, depends on what I did with it. So I mean, I have all these cool backgrounds that something will match. I have it narrowed down to these 2 papers, and they're quite different. Obviously, this one is very, very dark. This one is more of a white background with some color. And I do feel like this is a little busy, but I also think it depends on what goes over here. And I could mat these on vellum. I could mat them with a very, very thin green border or use a thin green washi. I have lots of options where I can break up some of that background. Then I have this one, which is probably the more obvious choice, but I think it really depends on what I find for these pockets. So I think I'm going to stop with that. I'm going to leave both those choices there, not make a decision until I pick out those cards. I think I have found 2 cards that I want to use. I have this one for the top pocket, which it's just black and white, so that's perfect. I can add to it in any color I want and it'll match, or do no color and it'll still match. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure, but at least that gets me started and allows me to do a little bit of journaling there, which is good. And then I have this card. This was just out of my normal stash. It was just a background that I had, and I like it because it's got lots of different shades of green in here that I can work with. And then I can potentially take one of these stickers here and do, I forgot that it has almost like washi type stickers. I have these, I can cut this or something, but I can make it work to add something else to the card to bring in those flowers. Now that I have those cards picked out, I was looking at the background paper and I felt like this and this, it's too much. It's too wild patterns happening and I can't really do that. This pattern is much more subtle. It's more faded into the background than this one. It looks as if it's more of a solid color here, so I'm going to go with the purple background. I decided to pull that flower sticker from the Creative Memories stickers that came with that paper pack, and now I'm going to just take a very, very fine tip black pen and go around this. It'll have definition, and it'll also bring in a little bit of the black that we see up here. So there's the card with the outlining, and I like that a lot better. It blended in way too much without that, and it does bring in a little bit of that black. So I'm pleased with that. For now, I'm going to leave it because I don't know what other embellishments I want to do, and now I can focus on putting this together. Obviously, I've got one photo that goes each direction, so I think I'm going to do this one up here somehow, this one more towards the bottom, and then I'm wondering if I can work in some of these stickers or if they'll be too busy. I'm not sure, so I'm going to mess around and see what I can do. I have adhered these photos, and I think I'm actually going to take part of one of these long strips and put it right over here over the edge of this photo, and then I'll have to figure out what to do with the extra space I have up here. So I attached that sticker, and I love the way that looks, and then up here I realized there are some phrase stickers here, so I'm going to pull some of those to use along the upper edge. So I put these 3 phrases up here, and then I'm going to put in some mini staples on the ends. That's why I left them longer. I actually trimmed off the ends over here because there was a bunch of extra white space that I just didn't need. To bring in some more of the white and black, I'm also going to place this right down at the bottom. I also decided to put this phrase on this photo on the upper left so that I have words over here and words on this side. On this card, I've decided I'm also going to put in this sticker that says Paradise because it kind of looks like one with all this lush greenery there. With adding that last sticker up there, I think this one is done. I did think about adding some little clear rhinestones, but I tried to use the less is more concept. I don't want to overdo it, and it's busy already, so I think it's done. Let's do some close-ups. So there's top of the left-hand side, middle row, bottom, and on the full-size page, you can see the stickers I used, the long border one, and the phrase. And I'm super happy with it. I love these colors. It turned out so well. So here's another one done for Boston. Thanks for watching.